Brian Perry here with episode 52 of Inside 300, catching you up on everything you need to know about Disney parks in just 300 seconds. Here we go. Oh boy. Alright. We've got a guy climbing to the balcony on the back of Cinderella Castle. The footage was captured on TikTok by @Princess Shannon. She captioned it with "Someone's in trouble." You know, not sure if you viewers knew this, but don't do this. Why? Why do we do that? Why are some people the way they are? I don't know. I remember a few years ago there was the guy who climbed the Mexico Pavilion. Now we've got this guy climbing Cinderella Castle in a way. You know, next thing you know, you're gonna get someone on top of Spaceship Earth giving a little wave. When will it end? You can spot one cast member telling the guests to get down. No word on if security had to be called, as he was up there for about 30 seconds. The balcony has hosted the lovely Anastasia and Drizella numerous times, especially when the socially distant characters started becoming a thing in 2020. But yeah, PSA, don't be this guy. And also be nice to cast. Colossal news out of Hollywood studios as Rise of the Resistance, one of the most advanced Disney attractions of all time, will finally no longer need a reservation to ride. Starting on September 23rd, the resort will be pausing the use of the virtual queue system, thus allowing guests to simply walk up and wait in line like the good old days. Well, good old days for other rides. Since the ride debuted in 2019, there's been a ton of frustration with guests waking up at the break of dawn to attempt to acquire a boarding group for the ride when they would go live. More times than not, guests would be unsuccessful, with the groups filling up extremely quickly. One of the positives, aside from having the flexibility to wait for the ride whenever you want, is the fact that with more people waiting in line, it'll probably open up other areas of the park and hopefully lessen wait times for other attractions. I wouldn't expect the boarding pass procedure to be gone for good, as Disney essentially had 2 years to perfect and craft it. On top of that, Disney did use the word pause when discussing the removal of the reservation system, so I personally would expect it back once the parks begin ramping up again as we near Christmas. Just a wild story out of Hollywood studios, so bear with me. It honestly made me laugh. I don't know if it should have, but it did. A 30-year-old man was caught using a stolen Walt Disney World iPad to give unauthorized tours and skip to the front of different ride lines. Okay? True story. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, a deputy was called on June 4th for someone trespassing at Walt Disney World. At the time, a Disney park manager had taken the fake tour guide into an office. The manager said that over the course of a few days, his team had been made aware of somebody making unauthorized overrides on the reservation system in this exclusive Disney World app for cast members. The app is used by the cast to give tours at Disney as a way to get to the front of an attraction line without having to stand in the queue and wait. Now, according to the police report, the man gave the iPad to the investigating manager. He then stated that he was given the iPad by a man named Tony, who is the owner of the A-Class company that he worked for. Just, okay, wild stuff. I don't even understand how you book these tours. Are we looking up VIP tours on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace maybe? Is it like a scalper right outside the park? You know, get your tours here? I don't know, but wild stuff regardless, and a fascinating story. Disney released a sneak peek at the upcoming Harmonious Nighttime Spectacular coming to Epcot. In the video released by The Mouse, cast members working on the show discuss bringing the project to life and reveal some of the music that we can expect when it premieres in October. Songs from Aladdin, Mulan, and Coco can be heard. Take a listen. Harmonious, like Disney Enchantment over Magic Kingdom, premieres on October the 1st for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Just yesterday, down in Orlando, people protested Disney's mandate of a vaccine requirement in order to be employed with the parks. The protesters made signs and stood just on the edge of Disney property. This comes right before Disney's deadline for cast members to have at least one shot of the vaccine in order to be employed with the company. The organizer of the event, who is a current cast member, said, "We understand that COVID-19 is a very real health concern and we have to take it seriously, but many cast members have a legitimate basis for refusing the vaccine." That's going to do it for this episode of Inside 300, presented by InsideTheMagic.com. If you like what you saw, clap right now. That's right, we got one audience member. If you're not watching live, you can just click that bell icon. This way you're notified every time we come out with new episodes, which are on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings. I'm your host, Brian Perry. I will see you next time, and as always,
bye-bye.